Hey, it's your man Bentley Kyle Evans. Welcome back to another episode of the Hollywood Blueprint, where we break it down. We break down industry inside stuff on just about everything as it relates to the Hollywood industry. And today, we're going to talk a little bit about the DP position, the Director of Photography, DP. Stick around, let's get into it. Okay, so today we're talking about the difference between a DP, which is the director of photography, as it relates to feature films and as it relates to multicam sitcom. It's a complete different gig, trust me when I tell you. So let's start with film. When you are the DP, the director of photography on a feature film, a film that's meant for the theaters or long form movies and things of that nature, you always hear the term the director, but rarely does the director of photography get a spotlight shined on them. But the director of photography can be just as important as the director when it comes to a feature film. So the director of photography when it comes to a feature film is the person that brings the vision to life based upon what the director of the film wants. Now what that means is the director reads the script. He takes what the writer has written, and then the director, he basically dissects that script into the vision that he or she wants to see on the screen. Now, the director doesn't usually have the capabilities to bring that vision to life. That's when they rely upon the DP, that director of photography, because the DP's job is, a lot of times they're the cameraman, but a lot of times they're just directing the cameraman or camera person to bring that vision into fruition. So in a movie, let's take a movie like, let's take a movie like Star Wars. There's a director and there's also the director of photography. Now the director usually focuses his or her attention on the actors, the talent, pretty much. The DP pretty much tells the cameras what to do based upon what that director's vision is. The DP is supposed to sell the director on different scenarios that makes the picture come to life and makes it look really, really good. So in the television realm, when we talk about multicam sitcoms, totally different gig. The person who does that is usually your associate director. Like I have an associate director on the show that we're shooting right now. We're shooting multiple cameras. But the DP on the sitcom is usually your lighting director. Your DP on a sitcom, on a multicam, is that individual that lights the set and brings the vision to life based upon the lighting, based upon all the things that you see in the background, like this jukebox here that's lit perfectly for this shot. That's what the DP would do in a sitcom. Again, when it comes to directing cameras in a sitcom, in a multicam situation, you would rely upon your associate director. I am a director. I do not care to be a DP or a lighting director or anything of that nature because I like to work with the actors. I'm an actor's director. I like to give my vision, tell the actors where I want them, kind of give them a direction as to the things that I want them to say or how I want them to say it. Whereas in the feature film world, it's the same thing, except now I use my DP to say, hey, Bent, I got something I want to show you. I was thinking, based upon what you said, you may want to see a sweeping shot where we come around. Like, for instance, in Bad Boys, Michael Bay has this wonderful shot that he's done. It's a signature shot of his, too, where he takes Will and Martin, and they're laying on the ground after they almost face death. And now they got this hero shot where they come up, and as they're moving, the camera sweeps with them, and it looks so flossy on TV. Well, that's the DP that shows it to the director, or sometimes the director may tell the DP, I have an idea and I want it to look like this. So those two work in conjunction together. the director's always the number one on the call sheet. The director's always the one that makes all the decisions. But the DP, in my opinion, is number two when it comes to feature films. In sitcom, it's not always that. A lot of times, sitcoms, it's a writer's medium. So it's your EP, your showrunner, who's the number one on the call sheet, and they tell the directors what they want, and then the director tells the lighting director or the DP how they want it lit, what the mood of it is gonna be. So that's the difference between a director of photography and a director, and also it's the difference between feature film versus sitcom. Neither one of them are more important than the other. It's just that those are the titles and that's how it's described. So I hope I broke that down so that you guys can get a real in-depth idea of what a DP does and the difference between sitcom DPs and feature film DPs or single camera comedies as well, those type of DPs. So that's my 2 cents as it relates to the DPs, and I will catch you on the next episode of the Hollywood Blueprint.